Yo, are you ready? You ready for this day? Yeah, first thing we gotta do, we gotta make sure all the dust is all spread out. The whole room. See how good the microphone works now. A lot of scratching your head. I'm gonna turn this off. Definitely a lot of scratching your head trying to remember what you're supposed to do. It takes me a minute. All right, I think I got it. I think I remember what to do.
That was fast.
We got to get the primer out. Maybe we'll get one that's already open. How about that? They stopped making cans with labels on them. Apparently that's the thing. This is what we used to get, okay? Now we just get this. Pre-COVID, post-Suez Canal. Try not to drop it, because if you drop it, there's gonna be one mad person in the shop. It ain't gonna be me. It's gonna be Tristan. He's gonna clean it up. Look at him, he's already... Tristan doesn't like when the artist comes to town because he's got to do stuff that isn't very productive. We got to prime all these. These are all like shelves and inside cabinets that are finished. We got to prime all that stuff over there. And we got to prime a couple pieces of fascia. That's first step. Once that's done, I then have to make a decision. Do we let that dry, sand, and then finish top coat it? Or do we start priming the next job? Then we got to mix it. Rule of thumb is 5 minutes. So we'll probably give it like 3. Just depends on how chunky she is. I'm already confused. Still looking very confused, trying to figure it out. The labels are throwing me off. I don't understand. I don't understand what's going on here. If I keep looking at the same can, I think it's gonna change. It's over here. All right. After wasting container after container, we're like, you know what? We might as well make a storybook going on here. And then that's our measurements. Pretty much a guessing game how much we gotta use. We're gonna do 84. We got a lot to prime. All right, now we gotta do math. So for the catalyst, we need 6 ounces per gallon. A gallon is 128. So here, this is complicated right here. Ready? Ready? 6 divided by 128 is 4.6% times 84. We gotta use 3.93 ounces of the catalyst. I already forgot that number. What was it? 3.9? 3.93, see? Can't remember. This is catalyst, this is what makes it hard. Hardens her up, pour that in there. All right, now we gotta do thinner. This is where kind of the experience that I don't have comes into play. Definitely need that much. 16, definitely need that much. Let's just see where she's at. So, let's do half, so then we beat up. It's fine, it's fine. Oh my God. Oh jeez, clean up on hot 5. This is some dude's t-shirt.
Resourceful.
It's resourceful. Bam, that's it. Riveting stuff. Gilmore. Just waiting for one of them cabinets to fall over. Start over, did that. Make one mistake finishing. You gotta just sand the whole bitch down and start over. Did that once, twice, maybe 5 times. Customers are like, where's my shit? Not done yet. we had technical difficulties. I came in here one time with a time frame. That was the worst day painting I've ever had. So if you think this is like glamorous and fun, it's not. One, you can't touch your kids and your significant other when your hands look like this. It's just not allowed. You gotta put gloves on, right? You ever wear gloves to bed? That's not good.
No.
No, don't come off. It takes, the skin's got a scale like a snake. But I came in here, I had like 2 hours of paint. I was like, all right, I can get this done. I had 2 things to paint, finish up an entire house. Came in here, mixed everything up, felt a little rushed, was running out of time. I had like 30 minutes. I was like, you know, I can get this done. I'm gonna do it. Spray it, boom. Immediately got runs on a piece of vertical. Must have sprayed too heavy or whatnot. Like, all right, well, I can just salvage this. I get the face frame done. And as I'm turning in here, I'm turning the face frame around. It was one of the big suckers. Suckers, I said suckers, not the F word. I turned her, and then this stuff is damaged. Like, you brush up against that, dude, boom, right on the surface. So I just wasted like 3 hours, 2 gallons of paint. It was not a good day. I was mad. I did not break anything. I wanted to, but then I realized if I broke something, these guys all have to make it again. Basically, I saved the morale of the whole company. All right, then we take this little dipstick guy, that's the pumper. We put it in there. So then this line, since it's full of lacquer thinner, we don't want to put the tip on yet. Because if you put the tip on, it'll take forever to get it out. So I'm gonna take it in the waste. Actually, I'm gonna take it back in the lacquer thinner buckets because we saved this stuff. So it's coming out real fast and you can see it and hear it. And now it's starting to prime. You can hear the priming going on. And then this is gonna cut the air like that. And then I stop it right before the paint starts coming through. And then I'm just gonna check to see the paint coming through on the sidewall here. And now you hear it slow down. Since the paint's so much thicker, it's gotta pump more. But now that's all paint, or really primer in this case, but that's all primer. So now the gun's pretty much ready to go. We gotta get our tip out, so we soak that in lacquer thinner. Basically, you don't want to dip your hand in there any more than a few seconds because you're gonna get cancer. You want to take the air and you gotta get all the air lacquer thinner out. All right, now we gotta start the loudness. All right, we're up. We're ready for our test piece now. Here's our test piece. Since we're priming, we're gonna test the back of that. This is the part of the operation I didn't prepare for. The test piece, all you're doing is just seeing how the gun lays on it. So those lines are pretty consistent there. It's just primer. Most everything's getting painted horizontally. What we're checking for now is any fish eyeing, orange peeling that is not laying right. We're priming just a sample piece of wood that wasn't really prepped. Ooh, Gilmaro's died. Since we got this out, I'll show you guys how to do a face frame. We'll do one piece and then that kind of is it, and then it's kind of boring from there. I always take that. We're gonna work our way from the top down here. That's good. Right now it's kind of like the last resort check off we have before we paint. So now we just start priming. For me, one of the hardest things is trying to figure out what edges are finished. We're trying to work through that. You know, we're a younger shop. And then again, I'm checking for any spots that are a little light. Again, this is just primer, so it's not as important, but you definitely want to have a good coverage, good practice, looking at under the light, making sure the sheen's right. I would say that this one's pretty much ready to dry up and be done. We're gonna take a pause and time out, but thanks for joining us today. You get to see a little bit inside of what Andrew and I do, watching our videos on a daily basis. We don't always get in the field, but when we do, we get called in to do the specialty stuff sometimes to help out where the team needs it. I can figure out how to make time, 2-3 hours a day, maybe 10 hours a week to finish the cabinet jobs that we have in the pipeline. You know, these guys are great, trying to keep up. I make a ton of mistakes when I spray. They're there fixing them, ready for me the next day, so they line everything up. They do an incredible job getting all the jobs ready for us and trying to keep track of what gets painted, what doesn't get painted. We're just a bunch of like small town dudes making cabinets at high quality and trying to get our quality better every day. Thanks for joining us. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram, Revival Craftworks. Have a good day.